in my life. But my biggest fear has always been public speaking. Until now. I can honestly say that there are probably things greater on my fear list that come ahead of public speaking. And it's one thing, probably more so in my entire life, that's made me smile big time. And smile honestly and openly and authentically. So I'm so grateful for the fact that I've obviously gone through life thinking that and accepting the fact that it would never get any better. But I'm so glad that I had the light bulb moment to know that anybody at all can overcome any particular adversity in their life if they put their mind to it. And I'd liken it to exercise in the fact that the thing with exercise is that once you get out that front door, there's no looking back. And the thing is, that's the first step to then creating yourself some healthy habits and routines to put yourself on the path to become fitter. And my example today is that of public speaking, obviously, but my fear of heights. So if you are to liken the fact that if I was to go to the local 10-meter diving platform and stand up on the top of that diving platform, I would be shitting myself, absolutely crapping my pants, thinking of diving off that 10-meter platform. I don't think it would be a dive as such. I think it would be more like a pin drop or something like that. I don't know what it would be, but the first one is obviously always going to be difficult. And it's the same with speaking. And obviously the first time or the first few times that I did this particular talk on random topics, my anxiety was probably at 100, as it would be if I was to stand at the top of a diving platform and ready myself to jump off that platform. However, once you do that and you take that leap of faith, the next time you do it, your anxiety levels drop dramatically. And I would say that the more and more times that I've done this particular talk, my anxiety levels have dropped by such an amazing amount. And the same with the dive. If I was to go to the local diving platform and I did it once, the next time that I got up onto that platform, the dive itself would be, I wouldn't be at 100. I probably wouldn't be at 1, but I probably wouldn't be at, my anxiety wouldn't be such an issue because I'd actually put myself out of my comfort zone and actually dared myself to start to, work away at what my actual faults or flaws are, and then obviously that anxiety starts to decrease. So that's what I'm noticing with the public speaking. And I'm also noticing and putting myself in positions and actually enjoying those positions now, where I used to be quite fearful about how the anxiety what the outcome of my anxiety might be. Whereas now I'm like, whatever, like it doesn't particularly matter, or it's not as painful as what certain situations would have been in the past, and dealing with certain scenarios, because I'm putting myself in those scenarios more and more. And I'm noticing with these talks as well, they are becoming more genuine, because I know in the past when I would talk in front of people, my talks were never genuine because I was just so anxious. And what happens when you're anxious and when you're fearful of something, your mind just goes completely and utterly blank, and it makes you look as if you're some sort of a half-wit, or that you have nothing going on between your ears, because you just cannot get past or overcome that fear to be yourself. So the public speaking is helping me in so many different aspects of my life that you would not believe. Fear, you can't sit with us. When you allow fear to be a major part of your life, it will do exactly that, and it will do it unapologetically. So don't allow it to continue. Whatever it is that you're fearing, put yourself in the position and allow yourself to be fearful for that first time. And once you do that the first time, you'll be so surprised at how easy it is the second, third, fourth, fifth time. And it's the same with getting up on that diving platform. Do it once, and the second, third, fourth, fifth time, it actually starts to become fun. And you start to actually enjoy it. As I'm finding with the public speaking, the more that I'm doing it, the more that I'm actually really, really enjoying it and enjoying the benefits of the rest of what comes of it. And it's the same with exercise. The more you do it, the more you start to reap the rewards, you start to drop a little weight, you start to feel a little bit more comfortable and confident within how you look. And it's amazing the different elements of your life that actually can filter out into, and you can really reap the benefits of working on yourself and your inner workings, if you like. I truly believe that fear is a lazy part of the brain, and what it does, it always chooses the less painful option. So when you start to realize what that is doing within yourself, and obviously the way that you go about living your life, it's amazing how you can really turn that around and start to push the fear aspects or elements that have been holding you back within your life. And fear definitely does not allow you to take the money shots. And the thing with fear is, what I actually like to call it, or what I've come up with, is fear exudes artificial remnants. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I like it. To me, what that means is that fear doesn't allow you to be authentic and live organically and naturally the way that you're intended to be, and live within the, and really push forward positive elements within your personality and your traits and your gifts in life. Fear can be different between two different people. So what I fear might be completely different to what the person next to me fears. And that's okay. But the thing you need to understand is, we're all in this together. And if you feel as though you were born with a certain fear that holds you back, there's no amount of putting an effort into changing that fear and making it a strength within your life. And that's what I'm doing with my speaking. And it's amazing that, something that I always thought that I'd never ever get on top of, just how much I'm enjoying it, and how I'm going to start getting myself in front of half a dozen, and then a dozen, and then using that better than yesterday concept to try and speak effectively in front of more and more people. And even in my natural surroundings now, like if I see people around, I'm not deterred, or I'm not worried or deterred in having people watch me speak or what I have to say, because it doesn't concern me anymore. Like I'm confident enough with how I'm speaking, and what I talk, maybe a whole lot of shit, but it's more about, this sort of thing is more about, and obviously you don't want to ramble on absolute crap. However, doing this sort of thing is it's more about the way I'm projecting and the way that I'm speaking, and the way that I'm actually, the tones and the breaths within the sentences. And I was just telling someone the other day that just the reading out loud, when I was younger and I would read, I didn't know, I was so anxious that I would pick up the book, and even if I had to read a paragraph, I would just overthink it. But I'd also not know about the importance of where to take a breath. And reading out aloud has really been important in knowing, when to take a breath and how to use the pitch and the tones of your voice. And yeah, it's amazing what that has done for me, and the changes that it's just been, and using it in day-to-day life. And when I'm ordering things, just being mindful of not using certain words, and when I'm ordering lunch, for example, not just being aware of being more assertive and how I'm projecting my voice and my just my general speech. But yeah, fear is definitely a liar, and it is definitely an illusion, and they are obviously two parts of the card table. So, but yeah, fear will definitely dictate play as long as you allow it to, so don't let it. Fear is nothing but a little pawn. Never be dictated by others' opinions of you, because the fear of rejection, or when you actually lose the fear of trying to control certain situations or scenarios, is when you actually have a really good time of things, and when you actually genuinely start to smile about the things that you're really lucky to have within your life, the people, the aspects and the elements of what makes you, you. People only believe in you when you don't fear things about yourself. So when you start to put yourself and your real positive elements of yourself forward, and that's when you really and you're not living a facade, you're living authentically you, and there's nothing that people can say or do or try and put you down about when you're truly being yourself. So identify obviously the fearful situations or the things in your life that are holding you back, and once you do that, you'll be surprised when you start to focus on them, how much you can change them into the positive aspects of your life. When I get back from a run in the morning, or when I do my speech in the morning, or when I do my gratitude diary, I simply say the word good. And it makes me smile. As soon as I say it, I know that I've accomplished something worthwhile to start off the day, puts me on the right foot, and just something as easy and as simple as the word good. It really gets me in the right frame of mind. And to me, it's about obviously knowing that you've just done something positive within your day. It's about what's going to happen next. So yeah, good. So never let fear rule. It's very important. And the thing is, the antidote to fear is action. And the great man once said, a little less conversation, a little more action. And I love the way that Elvis lived. He obviously lived the way that he wanted to live on his terms. He wore whatever the hell that he wanted to. He danced like an absolute champion, and he didn't give a shit what anybody thought about him. And he certainly did live a life free of fear. So obviously, if something bad does happen, you obviously need to face what your fear is and to overcome it in the best way possible. And the only way to do that is to face your fear head on. Organise or lay out what your plan of attack is going to be, and change your attitude to reflect or how you're going to achieve your certain outcome or your developments. So yeah, fear. Fear exudes artificial remnants. That's my new word. So live authentically, organically, and naturally, and fear cannot exist. Fear, you cannot sit with us, and you won't, because you're nothing but a little can't. And sometimes you're going to have fear pop up, but mostly fear turns us into and puts us on our intended path and purpose, because it pushes us to do things that we don't necessarily want to do, but we have to do. So never choose fear. fear makes the wolf look so much bigger than it actually is. Fear. You can't sit with us. Good chat.